everyone, and welcome to Cooking Healthy with Coastline. I am your host today, Morgan Zabinski, and today's episode we are going to focus on eating healthy while on a SNAP budget. Now that we are in the new year, a lot of people like to start focusing on how they can change their budget to save up a little bit more money, and food is definitely a very big piece of that. I'm going to walk you through some tips and some tricks to help continue having nutritious meals while also keeping a little bit more money in your wallet. So tip number 1 is to always plan recipes ahead of time. This is because by planning those out, you can start to notice some possible changes you could make. For instance, you may notice that you're using fresh green beans for something, and by using frozen, you could save a little bit of money that way. Tip number 2 is to always plan out recipes. Now, the recipe that we'll be doing today, you can see the ingredients right here. It's very simple and is just a 4-ingredient recipe. And when I went to the store to buy these ingredients, it was very quick because I knew the exact aisles I was going to and I wasn't tempted to pick up unnecessary items along the way. Tip number 3 is to think about the usefulness of the ingredients that you are buying. Now, if you look over to our ingredients for today, you'll see that we have some cherry tomatoes. These are very, very versatile. So we're using them for a salad today, for instance. However, you can also use these in pasta dishes, on sandwiches. The possibilities are really endless with that. Step number 4 is to always seek out the perimeter of the store first. So if you think about when you go to the store, you're looking for a gallon of milk. No matter what store you go to, you find yourself heading to that back corner. So if you search the perimeter first, pick up those more necessary items, and then make your way to the aisles later on for those other ingredients. Step number 5 is to never underestimate how great beans can be in your kitchen. Now today we will be using white beans in our cooking, and this single can of beans only costs 99 cents. It is high in fiber and high in protein. In terms of protein, it's a much cheaper option than your typical meat or poultry options. Tip number 6 is to seek out the frozen section as much as you can. I promise you that the frozen vegetables and the frozen fruits are just as healthy as the fresh. The only difference is that they are far cheaper and far easier to make. Now today, if you look into our pan that we have here, we are making a sauteed cherry tomato and white bean salad. So what we did was heated some olive oil with the cherry tomatoes and let that sit for about 3 minutes, and then poured in a can of white beans. And now you want to just let that cook for about 10 minutes or until the beans are nice and soft. So now that our recipe is nice and soft, I'm just going to take this and pour it right into this bowl. And I really love this recipe because you're getting your protein and your fiber from the beans, and you're also getting a serving of vegetables with all of the tomato that is in this. I'm just going to put that down. And then for the final touch, we are going to add in some feta cheese just to give a little bit of extra flair and some extra flavor to it. And we'll mix all of that together. Now in total, this recipe makes 2 servings, and it actually only costs $3.50. So a very, very good budget, very nutritious. And it also, because it only makes 2 servings, it's great because you don't have to worry about having leftovers that you may not necessarily use. So that is our episode for today. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next time on Cooking Healthy with Coastline.